what really happens when you shift from one dimension to another dimension, when you shift from your mind's understanding to heart's knowing. What happens then? you know when you follow your heart's knowing, it's like walking blindfolded, it's like walking in the dark. You cannot understand it. This dimension, this brain is not going to work. Your brain is going to get into complete survival and fearful mode. Like, it would completely be the loudest at the time when you are following your heart's knowing. When you are in the 5D, when you are trying to move into the 5D, this is going to be the loudest. you know so what really happens, you can not always understand what your heart knows. It's not something that you can grasp, or or know it, that this is right, this is wrong. Only a fearful man, only a man or a woman who is in survival mode will try to think beforehand whether it is right, whether it is wrong. It's how people sometimes stay in the overthinking before taking decisions. That means you're so much relying on your mind, on the programming that you had. You're so much relying on your fears, because your mind will tell you how you have to be perfect. Your ego will tell you how you have to be perfect. Whereas your heart, it knows that it can make mistakes. Your heart knows, I'm here to live, I'm here to experiment, and not to think and to be perfect all the time. So that is the shift that you will experience when you will move from this dimension to this dimension. you know so sometimes it is going to take you like 10 years. After 10 years you will understand why you walked that path. This is something that you leave behind. At times, I'm not saying this is completely useless. Of course it's useful into certain things, but you know some but not in your not in your destiny, right? This is useful for certain things, but not when your heart knows something and your heart wants to follow its destiny. Your heart is calling you to embrace yourself. So that's the shift that you make from the 3D to the 5D.